Okay, welcome, 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 welcome. Let's see who jumps on board. Awesome. Some people jumping in. Let's see who's joining, what's happening. Anybody that joins, make a comment. Tell me where you are connecting from. And hello, my friend. Nice to have you here. Who else is in the house? Camila. Awesome. Some more people joining in. I'm just going to wait a little bit just so more of you can jump in. And Northern East UK. Awesome. Nice to have you here. Spiritual guest. Germany, Camila. Thank you very much for joining. Let's see. Edmonton, Alberta's in the house. Awesome. Awesome. We have some people from different parts of the world here. It's all good. Hi from Israel. Thank you for connecting, my friend. Israel is quite the distance, of course. Welcome. How are you today? Camila's asking. I'm doing very, very good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Hello, my good friend. Hello. Awesome. Yes, let's get some more likes here and some shares, because the whole point is to bring more people on board, and the more likes we create, TikTok likes that, of course, and bring some more people on board. Okay, so what did I want to speak about today, since I see a few people jumping on board? I just wanted to touch on the conversations that we are having with ourselves, okay? Because a lot of times we don't realize, that little voice that's going on inside us. We don't realize that we are actually talking by habit in a negative way about ourselves, right? So I just wanted to bring awareness to this, because I caught myself doing it in the past as well. Okay, love and light, my friend. Shakira's in the house. Thank you. So a lot of times, for example, even if you say something silly, as you're doing something, for example, and then you might turn around and you might say, oh, how stupid of me, right? Thank you, my friend, for the rose. Or how dumb am I? Or stuff like that, right? Believe it or not, when we speak these words, okay, because everything around us is energy, and not to mention, of course, our subconscious is picking up on this, and all of a sudden our subconscious mind is relating this to something very, very negative without us even realizing it. Even though we are joking, okay, our subconscious mind doesn't get that, because our subconscious mind is not the rational mind, okay? Our subconscious mind acts by instinct and all that other kind of stuff, right? So you need to be very, very careful, okay, and aware. For example, what was I doing? Yeah, the other day I was walking down the street, and I saw a vehicle parked, okay, and they had this little sticker of the gas, like the gas meter, like in their vehicle, meaning, right? And they had it on the empty, and they had this person, like a stick person, riding on the empty, just to give you an example. And they said riding on empty. Okay, so even stickers like that we might think they're funny, we put them on the vehicle, right? What message are we actually relaying to the universe? What are we saying to the universe? We are saying, without us even realizing, that, hey, you know what? I love riding on empty. So more empty you're going to have. The more you speak like that, the more of an empty gas tank you're going to have. Okay? Another one that I saw walking again down the street, they had on their door, believe it or not, a sticker saying, miserable housewife lives here. Okay? Like, why would you put a sticker like that on front of your door. Think about it. What message are you saying to the universe? You are saying, even if you're saying it as a joke, right? You're basically, what you are saying is that you want more misery, right? That's what you're basically saying. So we got to be very, very careful. Thank you, my friend. Very, very careful of how we phrase things. We got to be very, very careful of what kind of stickers or what we associate ourselves with, right? Because, like I said, not only our subconscious reads it in a negative way, but also the message that we're sending out to the universe, to our higher self, is also similar. Okay, so we're going to be getting more of it. Because believe it or not, after a while, we start believing it. Okay, so let's... all right, so this one, I'm going to block that guy. Awesome. Okay, so we got to be very, very careful, obviously, and we got to be wise about what we say and how we feel and all that stuff, right? So now, having said this, having all of you here, let's push some likes. Tap your screen, of course, because the more likes we get, the more of a feeding frenzy we create here on TikTok. For those of you that don't know me, you can always check me out on my page. And if you like what you see, you can always hit a follow. And when you do that, don't forget to hit the notifications icon as well. That way you will be notified every time I do an upload on a video, okay? And as far as my link tree, which is at the bottom of the page, if you tap on that, that's going to direct you to my YouTube and Instagram as well, because I do upload these videos on YouTube, and that way I have access to them, okay? So, as far as subscription, anybody that wants to subscribe, this is your opportunity while I am live. That's your only opportunity while I am live. You can subscribe. Anybody that does so, they can have a 15-minute Zoom meeting with me, one-on-one, if they wish, of course, right? So, let's see your comments. Let's see who's here. Of course, anybody that wants to leave any kind of a question or comment, it doesn't have to be necessarily related to the subject that, you know, be nice to yourself and watch what you're talking about, right? It can be about anything. So, Shakira, anything you want to discuss? I'm going to zoom in and see if any of my subs are here. Shakira is here, obviously, but I'm curious to see who else is here, because obviously I'm going to prioritize my subs, because I do get a lot of messages on my lives, of course, right? And I try to be fair with everybody. Okay. Love and light to you, all the way from Norway. Okay, Norway's in the house. Thank you very much. Nemix, thank you, my friend. Camila, the intention behind that thought is to be aware of. Absolutely, it is to be aware of. It is to be aware of how you are talking to yourself. It is to be aware of your communication with yourself, okay? And a lot of times it doesn't even have to be verbal, right? We might just actually think it, and it has the same effect, okay? Because in reality, who we really are don't use verbal words, okay? Even your higher self communicates with you in non-verbal ways, okay? So, Strip Pipe is here. Hi, how are you, my friend? Nice to have you here. Let's see who else is here. Just going down. Any questions from anybody? Go right ahead. Hello from Ottawa. Dustin is here from Ottawa. Thank you for joining, my friend. Positivity increases positive frequency, which is very powerful force. 1000%. Thank you for that comment, Al. It is totally true, totally correct. When you think positive words or positive thoughts, your positivity will increase overall. And this is because what happens is you are putting out a certain frequency, okay, that generates a certain vibration, and that vibration will attract the same vibration right back to you, or similar vibrations right back to you, right? And this is one of the secrets that we've been talking about over and over and over again, which in reality is not a secret. By now, everybody knows this, or most of us should know this. The only difference is we don't necessarily know how to apply it, right? And it is actually very, very simple. Okay, let's see. And Shakira, thank you very much. You're more than welcome, my friend. Switzerland is in the house. And AJ says, love and light from Los Angeles, CA. And happy Thanksgiving to you, or Thanksgiving weekend for all my American friends here. I do know that this is your Thanksgiving weekend, which it is a long weekend, of course. And love and light to you all. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Strip Hype. And again, Jersey's in the house. I see a lot of my American friends are in the house. That's awesome. And Adartico's in the house as well. Hi, how are you? Narcissist individuals, can they get healed? So, that's actually a question that I haven't been asked, but thank you for asking, because in reality, anybody can get healed if they switch their vibration, okay? And if they switch their vibration and frequency to match the healing vibration and frequency, yes, they will be able to heal themselves, okay? 1000%, because what happens is everything happens in the now, okay? So even let's say if you were a narcissist before, okay, and all of a sudden you decided right at the moment, you became fully aware and conscious in the moment, and you managed somehow to connect with the vibration of healing, you will heal, okay? Because everything happens in the now. But thank you. Beautiful question, Adaptical. Love and light from New Zealand. Awesome. New Zealand is in the house. I'm curious to know if anybody around New Zealand, like Australia, might be in the house as well. And I'm curious, what time is it in New Zealand? I know it is for sure, we are looking at Saturday already. So your weekend has already started. Love to Puppy too. Thank you, Strip Hype. Puppy is, yes, I'm sitting in my office right now. Puppy's on the other side of the house. But I will definitely give her a big hug and kiss from you, Strip Hype. Thank you. And Vartan is in the house. Happy Thanksgiving. Negative thinkers have all negative in their life. And that's exactly it, right? And thank you for bringing that up, actually, because this is so true. And it's not just about negative thinkers. It is anything that you do choose to think, okay? Because in the universe, believe it or not, there's no such thing as positive or negative. Energy just is. And the only thing that also is your alignment with it. So you either align with what we call positive, or you align with what we call negative, right? But either way, whatever you align with is what you will get, because it's just simple. There's no two ways about it, okay? So you are very, very right, my friend, in terms of how we perceive negativity. Yes, negative thinkers will get negative things in their life. I totally agree. And here's a question that I normally don't get asked from TikTok. Sorry, I can't really see all your names because they're in the lighter lights. But does everyone have powers? Yes. The answer is yes. Everybody does have powers, believe it or not. But the key is a lot of them stay dormant. And you need to kind of tap into them, okay? But everybody, regardless, has powers, yes. No two ways about it. Let's get some more likes here. Tap the screen so we can create a feeding frenzy, of course. And feel free to share this as well, okay? So, love you, brother. Thank you. Thank you for all the hearts. Keep spreading the hidden knowledge. So, I like that comment about the hidden knowledge. Actually, believe it or not, nothing is hidden. It always has been there. It always is there. It always will be there. Okay? The difference is that we don't tap into it. Okay? Because we kind of, it's like source. Source is love and light, right? So you only have source. Now, for those that don't experience the love and light or source, they don't live in darkness. They just have pinched themselves off temporarily from source, okay? So it's the same thing here, okay? The knowledge is not hidden. The knowledge is out there for every single one of us to tap into. The difference is we have cut ourselves off, okay? So there's no real mystery there, but thank you for the comment. We all love. Thank you, Dartico. Yes. And hi from the UK. Of course, James is in the house. And AJ, can you be more specific to upcoming announcements for this coming Sunday? Can you provide this? Actually, no, I'm not going to provide it. That's the whole secret. But thank you, AJ, for asking. The whole point of it is to create some excitement. So if I kind of, announce it right here, right now, it's not going to be so much of a mystery, right? I'm sure you can wait a couple of days. Not a big deal. I love the suspense that it creates. And even though everything happens in the now, believe it or not, everything is here in the now. In human terms, we're looking, 2 days ahead, Sunday. I'm sure it's not a big thing. I will upload a video, AJ, and it will be available for everybody to see on my page. Okay. And it's 23:41 in the UK. Yes. Which means 11:41. That's awesome. You're close to midnight, and I'm surprised you don't sleep. I'm just kidding. You do you. You do whatever feels comfortable to you, okay? After all, time is just an illusion. Time doesn't exist. So, whatever makes you feel comfortable, that's awesome. And Boots is in the house. Boots. And about to see spirits. Okay, so is that a question on how to see spirits? Or are you making a statement that you are about to see spirits? If you want, you can clarify that, Boots. Okay. So 12:41 Sunday in New Zealand. Awesome. That's awesome. And Shakira says, does repeating a phrase help to manifest your desire? So the key to this, Shakira, is actually not so much the repeating of the phrase, but I'll tell you what the key is. When you actually repeat a phrase, what happens is it kind of gets sunk into your subconscious, okay? And if your subconscious believes it, then yes, you can manifest your desire, okay? The key is you're trying to trick your subconscious. But a better way to do it is to actually see your desire as already here in the present moment, okay? So let's say you want to, you want to manifest a car, for example. Go through the movement, go through the motions. Okay, go into your living room or something and pretend that you are actually going into that vehicle. Grab a seat and sit down and actually visualize, go through the motions and sit down and see the vehicle in your mind. Because when you actually practice it and feel it in the physical realm, other than just plain thinking about it, it will manifest quicker. Okay. It will manifest quicker because you're giving an extra boost to your feeling sensations and to the whole overall experience of it being real in the now. Try that instead of just repeating the phrase. And Tarot Reader, hi man, I hope you are doing great. Waiting for your announcement on Sunday. Awesome. I see a few people have jumped on board, and you're all waiting for the announcement. That is good. I love creating a little bit of anticipation there. So again, for those of you that don't know me, okay, you can go ahead onto my TikTok page and check it out. If you like what you see, you can always follow, of course, and at the same time you can hit the notifications little bell, so every time I upload a video you will be notified. Okay, and at the same time, right at the bottom, you're going to find my link tree. You can hit on that, and that's going to direct you on my YouTube page, and also on YouTube channel, I should say, and also my Instagram. And I do different things on different platforms. Similar, of course, it's all related to the same work. Okay, but I do upload these videos on YouTube as well. So you know, it's good not to lose them. And for those of you that want to subscribe, this is your opportunity. You can do it here while I am live, of course. And anybody that does want to subscribe and wants to have a conversation with me, they can. A quick 15-minute, you know, and just to get to know each other via Zoom, of course. Now, let's see who else is here. Is everything made of source? And Dustin is asking. Yes, everything is made of source. Beautiful question. I don't recall ever being asked this question before, but it is a brilliant question, and it is a beautiful question, and thank you for asking it, Dustin. Yes, everything is source, and source is the glue that keeps everything together. It can't be any other way, okay? There's only source, and everything else that we see around comes directly from source. Beautiful question. Hello from Germany. Where can I make a term for a Zoom meeting? Okay, so the Zoom meeting was for those that have subscribed and want to have a meeting with me, okay? That's what the Zoom meeting was about. So it's for people that have subscribed to me and wish to have a meeting, like a quick meeting with me, like a 15-minute meeting, right? It's kind of like an introduction. So hello, baby girl's in the house. That's awesome. 3:46 in Kelowna, BC. Thank you, baby girl. And Shakira, does cursing have a real effect? So, I'm assuming you're talking about cursing somebody else, right? So, believe it or not, cursing is a form of intent, okay? So when you intend, you put the intention out there, let's say to another person, you can definitely influence this person, but this person has to be accepting of it. Otherwise, you can't really do any, it's not going to have any effect, okay? Can you influence somebody? Yes, definitely. But they have to be accepting of it as well. Beautiful, beautiful question. Thank you, Shakira. The frequency between the Earth plane and many other planes is like AM and FM frequencies on radio. Yes, it is very, very similar to that, of course. And having said this, the Earth also has a consciousness of its own. When I say the Earth, I'm talking about the planet. And believe it or not, everything around you has a consciousness on one level or another. Okay? So this whole planet, this whole universe, this whole dimension, and believe it or not, other dimensions as well, are all composed of two components. Okay? It is energy and consciousness. That's it. So, it's a dance of energy and consciousness. Energy is your tool, pretty much. Consciousness is what you are. Since you are here and you are aware, you are consciousness, the real you. Your body, of course, is energy. Okay? And we know this, even scientifically, we know this. Even if you zoom into your body, we know what it's composed of. We know what everything is. And when it comes down to really zooming in, all you see is energy dancing around. So it's all consciousness and energy. So thank you for that. Okay, let's see. Anything else here? Trying to see who else. How can we connect to the healing vibration? So that's a beautiful question. Basically, the way you connect with any kind of vibration is to become it. Okay? So the first question, or the first term that you need to drop in this question is the word healing. Okay? And even though I get it, it's a positive word. We have it in our terminology. We see it as being positive, but on energetic level, the word healing means that there's something wrong with you. Okay, or something wrong with somebody anyway, or something, and it needs correcting. Okay, that's how the universe would see this. So I would drop the healing part altogether, and I would see this person or whoever you are trying to heal, or maybe yourself, as being already perfectly healthy at the present moment. It's all about perspective. It's all about changing the way you think, because the minute you change the way you think, your vibration and frequency and everything else is going to change as well. Okay, so for all those master healers that perform, there's literally people today that can perform healings on the spot. I'm not kidding you. Okay, I myself have performed numerous healings on different people and animals and even plants. Okay, but the trick is this. The trick is that when you are performing something like this, you need to see it as already done. You need to see it as complete, as healthy already, if that makes sense. Okay, so I would drop the word healing altogether. I hope I made some sense to you. If not, I'll repeat it. All right. And Shakira, thanks. Okay, yes, my friend. Thank you. Hello. Hello, dear friend. Rachel Williams in the house. Thank you, Rachel. Glad to have you on board. Those with astral travel are quite familiar with such facts. Yes, that's true. And believe it or not, well, I'd like to make a point on that, actually. Sorry, I always like to sip on my tea around this time. But speaking about astral travel, believe it or not, every single one of us astral travels every single night. Or even if you take a nap in the middle of the afternoon, you will astral travel. We just don't remember it, because when we come back to our bodies, what happens is we get tied up in our physical body. And when I say by tied up, I mean emotionally, like thinking. Right away, we just jump on board and it's like, oh, what do I have to do? Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that, right? So our mind takes over and we totally forget about what happened. Now, for those that astral travel consciously, wow, that's actually a blessing in a way, but it is really mostly a technique, and anybody can learn how to do it. Okay, I've done it myself multiple times, and it is actually a beautiful experience. All right, let's see. Any other questions? Any other? Okay. I think this is, I believe that's Dutch, but I see your prayers and your hands and all that stuff. So, love and light to you, my friend. I don't understand what you're saying, but regardless, I can feel it's a positive energy. So that is fantastic. Thank you. Well, thank you, thank you. So, Baby Girl says, I have done 3 healing sessions on humans and 2 on dogs. Awesome. And how did that go, Baby Girl? And also, how were you able to perform those healing sessions, because there's multiple ways of doing them, of course, right? Everybody has their own ways, and I'm just curious as to how you did yours. Kalispera, Kalispera, my friend. Florentina's in the house. Okay. Any other comments? I guess there's no other comments for now. Okay. So again, I'm going to take the opportunity to discuss about what this live was about to begin with. Okay. And what it was about is plain and simple that you need to pay attention, not just you, all of us, including myself. We need to pay attention on how we speak to ourselves. Okay. Sometimes, like I said, we walk on, doing our normal activities and stuff like that, and we might do something, and all of a sudden we might turn around and say, "Oh, stupid me," or "Oh, I'm such a bozo," or stuff like that, right? And even though the intention is not a bad intention when we speak like that about ourselves, our subconscious, believe it or not, picks up on it, and it automatically translates it into something negative, okay? And on a universal scale, of course, where everything is energy, the same thing applies. Because when we throw out a word, there's a specific frequency and vibration associated with that word, okay? So when we say stuff like that, we're not benefiting ourselves at all. And at the same time, like I said, I was walking down the street and I saw somebody had a little sticker on their vehicle with a gas tank, like the tank that you have inside the car, the meter, right? And it had the little line on empty, and it had a little stick person sitting on the empty, pointer there, and he said running on empty, right? So basically, what are you telling the universe when you're doing that? You're basically saying that I am enjoying this, I like it, right? So the universe is going to give you more of an empty tank, which means less money, of course, right? So we got to understand what we're talking about and how we, even what kind of stickers and stuff we put, in front of us. Like I said earlier as well, there was a woman, there was a house with a sticker, and she said, the miserable housewife lives here, something around that line, right? So why would you put a sticker like that in your front of your door? The minute you do that, you're just saying to the universe that you are happy where you are, and you're going to have more misery, right? All right, let's see what other comments. Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. Why we need to remember who we are? So that's a beautiful question. You don't need to remember who you are if you don't want to, okay? But having said that, no soul sleeps forever, okay? Sooner or later, you will be awakened. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Sooner or later, you will be awakened. Not you, but anybody that talks like that. I'm just saying in general, right? Because we can kind of like just, forget about who we are temporarily. And actually, this is part of the whole game. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is part of the game, really, okay? The game is we want to forget because it creates more excitement like that. Thank you so much. You're so wonderful. I appreciate it. So when you play the game of forgetting, 111, one of my favorite numbers too. I appreciate it. When you play the game of forgetting, it makes things more interesting. So you can choose to not remember who you are, okay? But believe me, maybe not in this lifetime, maybe not in the next lifetime, maybe not in the next. Eventually, though, you will remember, because it's just part of how the deal works. Trying to see who else is in the house here. Any of my knaves is in the house. Sent wishing bonus. Thank you, my friend. Want to see who else is here. Does it cost money to subscribe? Dustin, I believe it does cost money to subscribe. I'm not sure. I think because I'm not the one that sets the prices. That's TikTok that sets the prices. But I'm not sure, but I think there's like 3 different levels. Okay. That again is set from TikTok. I have nothing to do with that. But I do believe, yes, definitely there is a cost. Okay. Any other questions? Trying to see. Verton, yes, when we sleep. Okay. Went very well, but after each session on the humans, I became extremely drained. Okay. So you're talking about the healing that you were doing. I see that. Yes. So baby girl, I get it. Okay, so you were performing healing, okay, and then after the healing that you performed on humans, you were extremely drained. Okay, so there's a reason for this, okay. I guarantee you that somehow when you were performing this healing that you were performing, you were tapping into your energy, okay, instead of universal energy. So when you tap into your energy, okay, and you're sending your energy to heal somebody, you will feel drained, okay? Because you are taking your energy and projecting it into somebody else. A better way to do this, if you don't want to get drained, of course, is to actually either feel the energy coming from your feet from the ground up, so now you're using the earth's energy, or you can feel the energy coming through your head chakra on the top via like a beam or a light or something like that. In this case, you are getting it through a universal source, right? So I'm not sure what technique you used, but my interpretation of that would be that you were most likely using your own energy, and that's why you felt drained. Play around with it and see what works for you, okay? So Verton is asking, when we sleep, are we traveling out actually from our physical body? 1000%, yes. You are always traveling outside of your body. A few of you that have seen other lives that I have conducted and been asked questions like this, my answer is always the same on this. You always leave your physical body. Why? I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you why. Because who you really are does not need rest, does not need to recuperate, okay? Your body is like, okay, let me put it to you like this. For those of you that know the Tesla vehicles or any electric vehicle, okay? Your body is like the Tesla vehicle and needs to be plugged in to a plug to gather energy. But you, who you really are, is the driver of that Tesla, okay? So what do you do at night? You get out of your car, which is who you really are, and then you close the door, you lock it, you plug it in, and you let the car recharge. But who you really are is where? Everywhere else but in the Tesla. Do you understand? It works the same way. When you sleep, your body needs to be plugged in to rest, okay? But who you really are always leaves because there's nothing there for you to do. What are you going to do for the next 8 hours in the body? Right? So you leave and you go explore, you go discover. You actually even communicate with so-called deceased people from the other side. You have whole conversations, you go to different realities, and believe it or not, you can even communicate with people that are alive and in your physical reality, in this physical reality. Actually, it's fun when you want to do that. You can actually if you're having a difficult relationship with somebody, that's off topic, of course, but I'm just saying, if you're having a difficult relationship with somebody, you can actually, when you go to sleep, you can physically, not physically, but who you really are can travel, and you can meet up with this person's spirit again, and the two of you as spirits are communicating with one another, and guess what? In the waking life, your relationship becomes much, much better. and you don't even realize how. But this is how. Okay. Let's see. Thank you for that. I want to see if any of my subs have any questions here. So subscription from UK is £4.99 pounds. Okay, Shakira knows, because Shakira is one of my subscribers actually. So for the UK it's £4.99, she said. Again, I'm not the one that set up this price. This is TikTok, and TikTok has obviously different prices from different parts of the world. Okay. Thank you for that, Shakira. So, anybody else that wants to say something? Okay. And Shakira again, while meditating, I felt drowsy, I guess, or doorway, and doorway maybe you're saying, and saw dark clouds above my eyes, and I was shaking. Is this normal? Okay, so if you saw a dark cloud in your eyes or above your eyes and you started shaking, is it normal? So anything you experience during meditation is actually normal. Okay, so the difference here is not to get caught up in whatever you are seeing during meditation. Okay, so whatever it is that you are seeing, you must observe it and then just let it go, let it pass. That's the true meaning of meditation, actually. So as long as you don't get caught up with it, caught up with the visual or the emotional state that it's creating, okay, you will be fine. So you see it, you observe it. If, like you said here, emotionally you started shaking and you saw these clouds, just don't stay with it. Just let it pass, and it will pass, okay? So it is normal, yes. I wouldn't be concerned and I wouldn't be worried, Shakira. I think I had some other questions up here. Fascinating. Fascinating. I'm putting a curtain pole up while listening. That's amazing. Strip hype, that's actually amazing. That you know, I've seen even your sense of humor sometimes, even on my lives, and I can actually see you doing this, believe it or not, in my mind. Okay, that's amazing. Thank you for doing that. So, Michael is asking, where is the spirit? Thank you for everything. So, the spirit, believe it or not, we are told that it is in some part of our body, that it is some small part in our body, right? And while in essence that is real, who you really are, you got to keep in mind who you really are is not a spirit, okay? Who you really are is far greater than what we call the soul. You are a multi-dimensional being of vast proportions, believe it or not, and you are experiencing life in a huge different platforms and different dimensions. Okay, so when we think of a spirit, that's just a small portion of who you really are. That's all it is. Okay, so that small portion is located in your body, of course, but that is not who you really are. That's just a small portion. And then when you exit this body, that small portion goes back to who you really are, actually, and it becomes one. All right, let's see what else we have here. My mom wants to know if you are single. You guys, you know, you're incredible. I love you guys. I have what Robert Mose calls big dreams. Awesome. And it's always very, very good to have big dreams. Yes, Shakira, I kind of thought that you meant a doorway. That's what you're saying. It's all good. Many thanks. No problem, Shakira. I have a dream about a girl I fell in love with. Is this dream actually true? Yes, it is true in some other dimension. Okay, like I said, everything you dream of is actually happening in a different dimension. There can't be any other way. It is always like this. Just because it isn't happening in this reality doesn't mean that it doesn't happen somewhere else. So it is real in some other dimension. Hi, I'm one of your fans. Thank you, my friend. I am. I love that. Okay, veteran says, hypnotize has any effects to the real person and not to his physical body. So hypnotize has any effects to the real person and not to the physical body. So hypnosis is actually a tool to connect with who you really are. And if you connect with who you really are, you will have also a real effect on the physical body, believe it or not, okay? Because your physical body, believe it or not, is an extension, again, of who you really are, okay? So hypnosis is a tool, and yes, it can affect the physical body if you know how, of course, right? Yes, up and down the ladder, all good. Thank you, Stir Pipe, I love that. Can you please talk a bit how to know between thought and download? Yes, actually I did have a video on this, on thought and download. So a thought is something that keeps repeating itself over and over and over again. And you can distinguish this very, very clearly. A download is information that you would get, okay, that you wouldn't normally know. This is what a download is. And downloads have information that you would get, okay, that you wouldn't normally know. This is what a download is. And downloads happen instantly. Sometimes you might get a vision, you might get a feeling, you might get an intuition, something like that. But generally speaking, it is always information that you don't know. Even the language that comes through could be a language or words that you don't normally use. Okay, that's what a download is. How can I help my 49-year-old brother fight cancer? He's never hurt a fly, okay, or a flea. I kind chap done 3B rounds. Okay, so he's done 3 rounds, I guess. I get it. He's got cancer. So the best way that you can help your brother is to simply boost his emotional state. Try to make him happy whenever you're around him, and try to convince him that he is totally healthy. I get it. It's a lot harder to do, but you can only influence certain healings to happen around your brother, but the one that really needs to heal himself is himself alone. And the way he can do it is by changing his emotional state into higher states of emotion, like gratitude, appreciation, compassion, and love, of course, okay? If he can keep his emotional state on those high vibrations, he will heal, believe me. He will heal. But the problem here is, how do you convince somebody to do that? On your end, though, what you can do from your end is, every time you see your brother, don't see him as being sick. See him as being totally healed, okay? And you can send him positive energy every time you see him. That's what you can do from your part. All right, any other questions here before I close? When I ask myself, I'm trying to see if any questions from my subs here. Can downloads give you information about your future? So again, Dustin, past, present, future always happen in the now. Okay, believe it or not, everything happens in the now. So can downloads give you information about your future? The so-called future that we see here, yes, 1000%. They can give you information about your future. This is how psychics, actually, real psychics, can predict certain events, because they can actually get information like that, supposedly from the future, but everything happens in the now. Awesome. Okay, have a great night. Awesome. How can I get a purpose? Your great blessings. Okay, so on this, I would like to close off. Okay, and it is Friday here, and I do have other obligations as well to conduct. But I totally love every single one of you. And Shakir's asking, can you please elaborate on connecting with others, third eye, and asking them for something? Yes. So the way you would do this is you would give them information. For example, if you want to communicate with somebody, Shakira, the first thing that you do is you see this person in a loving, present light. You see them as being totally healthy, loving, caring. And then if you want to send a message to them, it's got to be a brief, short message. And you see this message leaving from this third eye here and entering their third eye. Okay? And you hold this message for as long as you can. Just see it going and entering the third eye. This is how you communicate with it. Okay? And you can influence a lot of people like that, believe it or not, Shakira. If you need more info, you can always message me and I can give you more info on that. So on that note, love and light to you all. Remember to always speak nicely about yourselves. And remember, no matter what you do, be the greatest you. Love and light to all. Thank you for all your beautiful comments. Thank you for all your beautiful gifts. Thank you for just being here and connecting with me on this wonderful Friday. I know for some of you it is Saturday already, like in New Zealand. But love and light to all. I love you all very, very much. And I want you to have a great time wherever you are right here in the present moment. Bye for now.